Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. We are on the last Secret Lives of Color for the yellow section. We're finishing up the yellow section, and the color today is nude. It is a fascinating article. Let me first show you my block. So here's my block. And the color nude in the yellow range, mine ended up a bit more pinky rather than towards the yellow, because it turns out when I check my skin color, it's a bit more pinky. So this is the fabric that I chose, and I'm on row 2 doing this layout, and so I still have to get the first block of the next section, which is pink, and then I can do that next grouping and sew it up. So let's talk about this. In the article of the book, Angelica Dass Humanae project is cited, and I thought I need to go look at this. I need to go find out what she's doing, look at what she's doing, because it is fascinating. What she did was take loads of photos. Let me see. She had so far, I think this is an ongoing project, 4,000 volunteers, 20 different countries and 36 different cities, which is from her website as of today, that she is taking portraits of people from about here up with, that they have nothing on from here up. So you see their bare shoulders and their whole head. And then the photo is done identical of all these people. And then she takes and matches them to the Pantone color of their skin. And then behind them, is that Pantone color. It is so incredibly fascinating. She also has a talk on her website that you can go and watch. I've linked down below here in the description box under the video, so you can go over and see it. So what did I do? I thought, what fabric actually matches my skin tone? What skin tone Pantone number might I be? I have an older Pantone card somewhere. I don't know where it is, so I didn't go look for it. I just thought I'm just going to use my fabric. So let me show you what I've done, what I did. So I got out, I was in the orange and peach bin, and that's what I was working from, because this is the fabric that I selected for the block today. But it is more peachy than my skin, a little bit more peachy. So I went rooting around, and this background color here actually starts to get pretty close to my skin tone, but it's too light. It's too light. So I went looking around some more, and what I have today, this peach in the petals is really close in person. It's really close to my skin tone, which I think is fascinating. Wow, so cool. Now I want to get a piece of fabric in this because my skin tone apparently is a little bit more peachy. I had this group of fabrics here that I just sort of grabbed because these are French General solids, but there's 2 different sort of colors that I thought I might match, but they're all too yellow when I put my hand against them, which of course on the monitor you're not seeing as well as I am in person, but they're all way too yellow, so they don't match me. So what you need to do today, if you're doing the Secret Lives of Color, is go through your fabric. Find a piece of fabric that matches your skin tone, and take a picture and show us in the group with your skin. Put your hand or your arm on your fabric next to it. I just think that would be so fascinating. Maybe we need a picture of quilters with their fabric that matches their skin tone. So incredibly interesting. All right, a couple other things. Speaking of bins, okay, let's do this first. Speaking of bins, I am going through my bins and tidying them up again, taking everything out, refolding it, and I did a video to show you one of them. So I've done a couple of them up there, like the purple one's really tidy. This orange one is my next one, this orange peach one. But let me show you what I did with the green bin and how I went through that process. Let's watch. So let's take a look in here. Look at this. It's like snow coning. Do you know what that term is? It's like when somebody overloads their dumpster and it goes way up like this. That's called snow coning. So I did get in 2 other greens, one like a white with green dots, which is so nice, and big green dots. Dots, dots, everything dots. So I have to basically take all of this out and then refold and resort. Oh my God, because I'm just shoving it in there. So what I want to do when I take it out is be sure that things aren't like all scrunched up like this. that they're taking the space, you know, a flat space rather than double where they don't need to be double. And then I will sort them by color. And like if there's a piece like this this is fairly small and I have more of it still, so I think I will just cut that up for my 2.5-inch squares. And so all of this has to be resorted, and then I will decide if maybe there are a few pieces I'll just give to my friend. Look at these. Look. I put these in green because I wasn't really sure where to put them. I think I need to make like a, I don't know. They're so cool. I love cool fabric. And this one is like the, this is from the same artist that did the fabric for Woodsy. So this is like the bubblegum wrapper bracelets. So cool. Okay, so I need to put them by color. See, there's another little piece of Tula pink with that bright green. So I just don't have a lot of that bright green. That was from my old, one of my older fabric lines. It's quite a big piece, and I'm like thinking, am I going to do anything with it, or should I just let it go to my friend for the charity work? So that's the kind of thing, you know, because I'm really probably not going to sew with that again, but it got stuck in here. And then I have things like this olivey green. So, you know, you're basically looking here at all these stacks. So I am going to sort them and then and have a pile for giveaway, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, but first, when I'm getting them, I'm going to put in here 2 stacks. And these were from the Container Store about 15 years ago. Sometimes you can find similar things. They're a plastic. Eventually that plastic is not going to hold out well, but they're pliable. See, they kind of stretch in and out. So that's why I can stuff so much in there. And then it has a metal frame. So sometimes I actually saw these at Target once, very similar, but of course it was like 10 years ago now. So you can look around, see if maybe you'll see something similar. But I need to fold them into a certain size. So basically like this stack, or maybe just a tiny bit wider than this stack. That way I can get 2 rows in here. And I should have just, this would be good. The solids I have in another place. And if I have a huge piece of fabric, like a 5-yard or something, I keep it out in the dining room storage. So this will be the other colors. So let me show you where I am so far. I've still got 2 big stacks, and what I have is, you know, I sort of went through the dark ones because they were kind of together already, and I've got, like I found this huge piece. This is one of my older lines. Does it even say the year? They stopped putting the years on way back, but this was back when I did with P&B. But these are sort of the olivey tones. A lot of them are sort of more reproduction looking, and then of course these are not. These are a couple other older Tula pink. That one is an older Tula pink, but I got that olivey green. And then over here is like a totally different shade. Now that's more olivey green, so I should put that one there. Probably put the leopard one there. So, and then these guys are a different kind of green. They're more sagey green, and they're darker, so I'm leaving them there. This pile actually leans a lot of teal, and this is very light sagey green. So this probably should not go there. It should probably go on this pile, even though these are darker. It's that sagey green, but I don't like to put the light in the dark. I kind of want to put it with a light, so I will have to put him over there. This is another sort of family of green, and here is more, I would call more traditional greens. And then these are lighter, a little bit more yellowy greens. I decided to keep some of this, and I will give, I've got a pile over here going on to give some away. So let's go, that's how I'm just sort of picking them up and going, okay, where does this go? This is a bit more olivey, so I will put it in that stack. And like this one is lighter, and so now the stacks are sort of being built. I can put them somewhere. This particular stack is a greeny, maybe a little bit more bluey color in those. Oh my goodness, my Eiffel Tower print. This comes, I think this is from Michael Miller. They did this fabric, this Eiffel Tower fabric, in so many colors, and I collected a few of them. Oh, I've yet to use it, but I will. Look at the cute little crabs. This was a gift. I remember it was from class, and somebody had this, and I thought it was so cute, so she gave me a piece. So from this step, you can see I like olivey greens the most. Here's another big stack of olivey greens. This is sort of the lighter version of this sort of sagey green, and here I have some darker ones of it. I mean, that's for more foresty green, but we'll put that on the bottom. This one's more aqua. I need to compare it to the aqua bin and see if they really should be over there or not. So I'm going to put that to the side a minute before I compare. This is sort of a light, it's just that shade. These are the sort of more bluey. I don't go for more bluey, as you can tell. I don't really go for that as much. Okay, so all of this will need to fit back in the bin. Here is what I'm giving to my friends, and this is what I'm going to cut up for 2.5-inch squares. There's only a couple pieces there, and they were just, and I may end up saving that one, I don't know, but I think I'll be cutting them up. So from this point, I really want to be sure, you know, I could go through and sort them sort of lighter to darker within, but I kind of did that already. So I don't know that I'm going to go back and sort it anymore. Although I could do things like this. I could take something that's much more white based and put those together. Same, there's a couple in here, but there won't be in the other ones. So this one has more white based as well here. I don't know that there's another one in there. So I might just put those together and then they'll go back into the bin. All right, time to get it in the basket. This is how I do it, because I put the basket on the side since, like I said, they're bendable. Even I do it with the regular baskets that aren't so bendable. So I can, let's see. I want to also put at the end, I try to keep so that the clear and the nice end rather than the raggy ends like this where all the threads are hanging. I try to put the nice ends on the top, try to sort them like that. So I will put this bin up here. Now I could split these, but I'm going to just do this whole one in here. Oh, okay, so that's the raggy end. All right, that one needs flipped. Okay, there's another one that could use, no, it's both raggy on both ends. Okay, so I can just get that. I could have done the whole stack together, but I wasn't really sure which side I wanted to try to put that on. So that's in there. And now I have this big piece, which I think I'm going to go ahead and gift this to my friend so they can use it for backings for some charity work. And then these other pieces. So this is what did not go back in. This is the rest of it, plus the little bit of teal here, which isn't hardly any. That teal, you know, it's more teal to me than green now. So I am going to put it down with the teal aqua. So here is my bin with room. Now I have room, which isn't this amazing? I find this totally amazing. Now I did remove this amount. So of course that is pretty much what was here, but it is so much nicer. I can look in here so much easier. So this is what has to happen every so often. I have to redo everything so that I can actually put stuff back in the bin properly. And it just gets messy and like that when I've you know, been working and I just shove it. That's what I do. I do this. You know, I just come and I just shove it in there when there's no space, and well, it gets to be a mess. So the green is done. I have all my bins really need done. There's maybe 2 or 3 that aren't so bad, but a lot of them really need done. And I know the bin with the black fabrics is really full. Like the last time I didn't really get rid of anything, and so I feel like I should get rid of a bit of that. And maybe there's a big piece. I have a couple big pieces over in my storage in the dining room, so maybe I will have to take a big piece or 2 out, and so I can loosen it up a little bit, because it's hard to even get anything out when it's that shoved and full. Okay, so that's a little bit of resorting. It is so beautiful after it's done. So beautiful. And these will go to this grouping here will go to my friend. So if you have bins like mine that are snow coning, they're basically, you know, the stuff is just coming out the top and it's not going back in nicely and you can't find anything. You need to just stop, empty them, refold them, put them back, and all of a sudden, like a miracle, you have so much more room. It's just shocking. It's just shocking to me every time I do it. I'm like, I could like put every single piece of fabric back, not even give any of it away, and it would still fit in there better. So that's what you need to do. Woodsy, 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 there it is with the binding. I have the binding on, yes. So I'm going to do the pillowcase, and I think I will do probably the navy and the plaid and maybe a little strip in here of the other one. Or I might flip these two when I do it. I don't know. I'll take some pictures. Maybe I'll take a little video when I'm doing the pillowcase. So that'll be like later this week and show you. And then I can get it all packaged up and ready to send to my friend. Okay, I have the calendar for April. Ta-da! Let the angels sing. Yes, the calendar for April. And I've put on here for us to work on our quilts for Ukraine on Mondays. So you can work on them all the time. But Mondays is when we'll focus on that here on the channel. And I'll tell you about different things people are doing and where the quilts pop up and where pictures pop up about them. So that's pretty fun. Stuff people are sending me, send me anytime you're doing a fundraiser with a quilt to raise funds for Ukraine. I will share those all through April on Mondays. Yeah. I've got all my string beans done. So I'm doing 30 because that's what the layout is for mine. And they will get sewn to these for the last row, and then by the 31st I will have the whole quilt up on the wall for the 31st. So I'm ready. I had to work ahead a little bit because of some things coming up. Don't forget the Quilt Alliance is on Wednesday. If you want to watch that and be part of the premiere when it goes live, be sure you get in on that. And I got my little April guy done. Not done, I'm sorry. I got him started. So here he is. So I worked on that the other day. I just said, okay, sit down. Now I can just pick it up and go. It's sort of like the starting for cross stitch for me. I just have to get it going and then I'm good. All right, my friend. Today, make your secret lives of color. And even if you are not participating in this, just find a piece of fabric that matches your skin tone and take a look at that. See what you can find that comes as close as possible that you own. I think that would be super cool. Maybe I need a hand quilt out of, you know, trace my hand. Okay, my friend, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I'll see you online.